A mammoth springtime storm on Wednesday began its slow journey across the central U.S., where forecasters say it could spawn damaging tornadoes and dump several months' worth of rain, triggering a possible historic flash flooding event. Over 46 million people from North Texas to the southern Great Lakes are at risk of tornadoes, hurricane-force winds, heavy rain, and large hail, according to the Storm Prediction Center, which issued an enhanced risk warning for the large swath of the country. Tornado watches were active Wednesday across multiple states, including Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois, according to the National Weather Service. And by the late morning, the poor weather was felt across the middle of the country, with hundreds of flight delays and tens of thousands of power outages. The worst conditions are expected in a swath of the U.S. from western Tennessee and northern Mississippi to southern Illinois, all of which were under a high-risk warning, a 5 out of 5 on the Weather Prediction Center scale. Forecasters say a tornado outbreak is expected through the day and into the night across parts of the Mississippi and Ohio valleys. Several tornadoes are expected to reach at least EF3 strength, with winds of 136 to 165 miles per hour and above. The coming days of pounding, torrential rain could be disastrous. Should the amount of rain occur that we anticipate over the middle of the nation, it would exceed the 500 to 1,000 year average, said AccuWeather senior meteorologist William Clark in an online forecast. Truly, the potential is there for a historic flash flooding event. A suspected tornado hit the Oklahoma city of Owasso on Wednesday, damaging buildings, topping utility poles, and uprooting trees. The path of destruction stretched about 11 miles in the city outside Tulsa, and radar indicated a possible tornado had formed, according to a statement from city government. There were no reported injuries, officials said, as multiple agencies, including the local fire and police department, examined the damage. Images of the aftermath show shredded roofs, collapsed fences, and piles of debris. Tulsa-area television station says a radar-confirmed tornado touched down near Whirlpool at 76th Street North and Highway 75. The tornado reportedly continued northeast toward 86th and Memorial before crossing over Highway 169 and moving to Highway 20. The Oklahoma City Metro and Central Oklahoma are clear from severe storms after being dropped from the tornado watch. Storms, however, continue to move past Seminole and into eastern Oklahoma. Meteorologist Jonathan Conder says the storms are moving fast with 60 miles per hour winds and 1-inch hail. He added that he does not see a lot of rotation with these storms. Crews are working to restore power to an intersection in northwest Oklahoma City. The outage is at the intersection of Northwest 23rd Street and Robinson Avenue. OG&E's System Watch reports that more than 3,600 customers are without power, with the hardest hit areas being Midwest City, 687 outages, Shady Point, 557 outages, Oklahoma City, 526 outages, and more, 465 outages.
I knew there was a tornado right
The National Weather Service has also removed several counties in the OKC Metro from the tornado watch. The counties still in the watch include Cole, Garvin, Hughes, Maury, Pontotoc, Pottawatomie, and Seminole counties.
My house is right over there.
A crash is causing a slowdown on westbound Interstate 240 after severe storms brought heavy rain to the Oklahoma City Metro early Wednesday morning.
Oh my gosh.
Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Craig, Creek, Nowata, Osage, Pawnee, Rogers, Tulsa, and Washington counties until 6:30 a.m. Damon says 50 to 55 miles per hour wind gusts have been recorded in Shawnee as storms continue to move east. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Carter, Cleveland, Garvin, Hughes, McLean, Murray, Oklahoma, Pontotoc, Pottawatomie, Seminole, and Stevens counties until 6:45 a.m. The tornado watch that's in effect until 10 a.m. has been trimmed again. The counties included in the watch are Cleveland, Cole, Cotton, Garvin, Grady, Hughes, Jefferson, Lincoln, McLean, Murray, Oklahoma, Payne, Pontotoc, Pottawatomie, Seminole, and Stevens. The massive spring storm is causing delays at major airports from Chicago to Dallas. Over 120 flights at Chicago O'Hare International Airport were canceled and 500 delayed Wednesday morning, according to FlightAware. Meanwhile, departures at the airport were delayed by an average of over 2 hours due to thunderstorms, according to the Federal Aviation Administration. In Texas, the FAA said a temporary ground stop was issued at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Nearby, departures at Dallas Love Field were delayed by over half an hour because of the potent storm system. Tens of thousands of homes and business were without power Wednesday, as severe weather impacted much of the U.S. The most outages are in Michigan, with 135,605 utility customers without power, according to PowerOutage.us. The state is still recovering from a weekend storm that spun up tornadoes, damaged structures, and killed at least 3 people. Meanwhile, outages climbed across the middle of the country as a major spring storm unleashed heavy winds and rain. Wisconsin, Missouri, and Indiana all had more than 10,000 outages Wednesday morning, according to PowerOutage.us. Other states reporting blackouts include Oklahoma, 7,377, Arkansas, 2,797, Illinois, 2,709, and Louisiana, 2,368. A confirmed tornado touched down in west central Missouri on Wednesday, according to the National Weather Service. The tornado was measured moving at 50 miles per hour northeast of Adrian, a city near the Kansas state line. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely, said the Weather Service in Pleasant Hill, Missouri. Craig and Patty Bott own Bott's Moundville service station and took a direct hit from the storm. The Bott family has owned the service station since the late 1960s, early 1970s. No injuries have been reported in the Moundville area, which is in the southern part of Vernon County. Nearby Nevada also sustained serious damage. A late-season winter storm impacting states in the northern plains, Midwest, and Great Lakes regions has led school districts to cancel classes on Wednesday, as bands of heavy snow and ice make travel dangerous. Dozens of schools in Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, and South Dakota switched to virtual learning, delayed the start of class, or closed schools altogether. These states, which have had heavy snowfall since the weekend, could get 8 inches more of snow, with higher amounts possible in some areas.
West-northwest.
Gusty winds may lead to areas of blowing snow and very difficult travel conditions, the National Weather Service said. The severe weather has its sights set on Kansas, Oklahoma, and other nearby states as winds up to 60 miles per hour and flooding rains are expected to threaten the area through Wednesday morning. Severe thunderstorm warnings issued by the National Weather Service described 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail and advised residents to expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Meanwhile, from Louisiana to Illinois, flood watches have been issued, predicting upwards of 5 inches of rain that could lead to flash floods this week, especially as rivers crest and flow downstream.